I was born and raised in Iran as a Shiite Muslim.
Shiite Muslim?
Shiite Muslim. And all my life I heard bad things about Israel and the Jews. And we were told that Islam is the best and the last. Muhammad was the most perfect person ever.
Growing up, did you study the Quran and the Hadith?
Yes, but mostly culturally. Like we would go and read in Arabic, for example. We didn't understand the meaning. They told us if you read in Arabic, you get more points to go to heaven. So I was trying to be a good Muslim, pray, go to mosque. And we were Shiite, so we used to go beat ourselves with chains on the streets, all to please Allah, hoping and wishing to go to heaven. When I was 16 years old, something happened to me that it changed my life. In fact, before that, I saw so many bad things on the streets. I saw people being executed publicly, hanging from a crane. And they told us these are infidels, these are the enemies of Allah. So when I was 16 years old, I was arrested and tortured by the regime in Iran.
Why?
I was going to a wedding and I was in the car of some relatives. And they had some alcohol. And based on Islamic law, you can't even have or possess or make or buy or sell or drink alcohol. And my only crime was I was in the car. And there's an Islamic checkpoint. They pulled the car over and they began to smell the alcohol. They asked us to come out. They put us in a bus and they took us to a confinement, to a jail, and then they took all our clothes off, bare naked. And they start pouring cold water on us and whipping us with this big, thick electric cable. Then they threw us into a room, a small room, and we were choking, no food.
And all that because you were sitting in a car?
Sitting in the car.
That somebody had alcohol in it.
Exactly. And I was 16. I didn't drink alcohol. I didn't do anything wrong. And I saw the cruelty of these people. I began to say, what kind of religion is this? What kind of justice is this? And my mother said, no, Islam is good. These people make it look bad. I said, okay. Then I began to do my own research. I began to read the Quran, the Hadith, and I saw, wow, so much evil in the Quran. Muhammad killed people. I saw Muhammad beheaded people, cut people's hand off. It says not to be friends with Jews and Christians, Surah 551. In Surah 929, Muhammad said, kill those who don't believe in Allah, His messenger, and in the religion of truth, which is supposedly Islam, kill them unless they pay jizya, blood money. In Surah 928, he cursed the Jews and Christians. In Surah Muhammad verse 4, it says, behead the infidels wherever you find them. So when I saw these things, I saw, wow, this could not be from God. So I lost my faith in Islam completely. So when I was 19 years old, for first time, I heard about Jesus, that Jesus is the Lord, and He died for me, and He rose from the dead. And I said, no, that's too good to be true. How could God have a son? I said, okay, Jesus, if this is true, I ask you to show me. If it's real, be my Lord, be my Savior. And I prayed this prayer, and the moment I say that, a heat went through my hand. I began to shake and tremble. I began to cry, and I felt this love and this peace and this joy I'd never experienced before. I felt a burden was lifted off my shoulder. I began to feel love for people, for anybody who had hurt me. I began to forgive them. I began to feel forgiveness and love and joy. It was an instant transformation. I was just full of joy. I was jumping up and down. For years I prayed to Allah. Nothing happened. But the first time I said, Jesus, He showed up.
All right. If you are in the comment section and you are condemning what Trump is doing in Iran, and you've not been here, you have not experienced what this Iranian just experienced, just shut up and move on. You don't know, because it's he who puts on shoes that nowhere is hurting him. You saw him just giving a life testimony of his life, how he grew up in Iran, how they deceived him to tell him that Islam is the best and all that, and all the experience that he went through. You can see he said that he was in a vehicle of relative going for a wedding just because they took alcohol, but he didn't take alcohol because he was just 16. And they stopped them, the Islamic military stopped them, searched them, and took all of them to jail, poured them cold water, and started using electric wire on them. You can hear him saying how they grew up seeing people beheaded, seeing people, being treated brutally. A lot of people come out to protest, women coming out to protest, they behead all of them. They do a lot of atrocities to them, and you say, when God decides to raise a man like Trump. And let me tell you guys, God does not use a perfect man. So if you think Trump is not that perfect man that you're looking for, go and look at the antecedent in the Bible. God does not use a perfect man to do His bid. He decided to use Trump to liberate the Iranians. This is an Iranian Muslim, not that used to be a Muslim, not just a Muslim, a Shite Muslim, coming out to tell us his own testimony. And you are not in Iran. You are not facing what these people are facing. You are here condemning Trump. Like I said, shut up and move on. God bless Donald Trump. God bless the United States of America. And thank God for Christ. Share this video, like it, repost it, and follow me for more updates. I'll see you guys soon.